All right, in this video, we're going to be looking at how to process a recurring charge. So in the prior video, we saw how to create a recurring charge for assessments. We can set those up as either automatically processed or manually processed. So in this video, we're going to look at how to manually process a recurring charge. So you go underneath Accounting, AR, Recurring Charge, and then Process Recurring Charge. Now, we've previously set up that recurring charge for assessments. It's underneath Sudden Valley. So on this page, we've got these filters. You can either run it for a single association or you can run it across associations either way. You can also select the frequency, which you want to use. So if you want to run all the monthly ones, and you can also filter by the run-on. So this is the run-on date that we looked at before that tells us we want to run this particular charge on this specific date. So in this case, I've got this one association. Now there's this arrow, which is to the left of it. So if you click the arrow, that'll expand that particular association into all of its recurring charges that are eligible to be run today. So it's telling us, here's our 2024 monthly assessments. It's a monthly one. We're going to run it on day one. So we should have run it on the first day of March, but it's March 11th, so we're going to run it now instead. It's telling us the last day that we processed these was on February 1st, so we haven't already run them for March. So to process these, real simple, you would just check the box right here. You're going to select that one that you want to run, and you can select multiple if you wanted, but in this case, we've already run these February, and this one is an annual one. So notice that over here, the box is disabled. So the system knows that you've already run that recurring charge within that frequency range, whether it's a month or whether it's semi-annual, or in this case, an annual, and it's not going to allow you to process it again because you would double post then. So we just selected the one that we wanted to run, and then up in Page Actions, you would select Process Selected Items, but first we want to confirm that the post date is correct. So if I ran this right now, it would post this charge on 3/11. So on today's date, 3/11, we would run this charge and it would add it for 3/11. And let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to Process Selected Items. Okay, one charge was processed. It tells us we last processed it on 3/11. We can now see those accounts that were charged. Let's see, there's 13 accounts. We added a total of $3,800 to the ledger. We can click Show Related Accounts. This will tell us these are the accounts that were added. So we can click on Bob, and that'll take us to his account. On the Transactions tab, we should now see that $295 charge on 3/11. But now you realize, oops, it should not have been 3/11. We made a mistake. It should have been on 3/1 because that's when assessments should be run. So assuming that you had 50 charges were added, or 500 or 5,000, whatever, you don't have to manually go and edit each one or change the date on each one. It's real simple. You would simply go back to the recurring charge itself. So I'm going to go back to Accounting, AR, the Process Recurring Charge page for Sudden Valley. We're going to expand it again. And then notice that it ran on 3/11, and we have this undo link right here. So if we made a mistake and you want to redo it, you can always undo that charge. So you just click Undo, and that's going to undo those recurring charges, those 13 that were added, taking us back to February 1st. So now you can re-add them, but now before processing, I'm going to make sure that my post date is 3/1, not 3/11. And then I would just go to Page Actions and then this Process. So now I've processed them, and I've last processed them as of 3/1. So now if I go back and look at our account, and if I refresh that particular tab, that charge or that assessment should now be on 3/1 right there, monthly assessment. So that's the one that we just added for $295 with the 3/1 date. So that ends this video.